So hello, Networking Lounge. How is everybody doing today? I'm Kimba, and I'm here with my good friend, Michael from Enhancify. Thank you for being here today, Michael.
Hey, Kimba, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
So Michael, I'm actually in Texas right now. Michael is in New York. I love the power of the internet, how we can come together and have conversations. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I was in Miami a few weeks ago, and then I went back to New York just to say hello to my family for the holidays and so forth. And I got to tell you, I got soft in Miami. The 75-degree weather, got used to it, and now it's freezing up here in New York.
What's the temperature outside right now? Like the 20s?
Like 30s, probably. Yeah.
It's cold enough to hurt.
That's right. And I was born in Siberia, so I shouldn't be complaining, but it is what it is. Fun fact.
How hot does it get there?
Not hot enough. It's freezing. There's a reason.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that you were from Siberia.
I speak fluent Russian. Well, if you ask my family, they will say, I don't speak fluent Russian. My Russian is not that great, but I understand it perfectly.
Well, dang, I've known you for like a year now, and I guess I just did have no clue. Learning something new today. So the reason that Michael and I have been connected for the last year is he is RKG's financing partner. So going through the pandemic and all these crazy things that everybody's been going through as entrepreneurs and running a business during the pandemic, I asked Michael to come into the Networking Lounge and talk to you guys a little bit more about adding financing to your business the way that I decided to for mine a little bit over a year ago, whenever I first got plugged into Enhancify. So especially right now, y'all, like I know that there are many of you out there that have amazing products and services. And right now, especially, people are holding on to their money a little bit more. Maybe they just don't have the means to purchase your products and your services. Although they're amazing, people just don't have the funds to afford you anymore. And so right now, into the fourth quarter, end of 2020, we're all preparing to move into 2021. I wanted to bring you guys and introduce you guys, Michael, as a resource, because I don't want you to feel like we don't have options. We always have options. There's a solution for every problem. And right now, more than ever, I do feel like it's important that we aren't only offering our customers a wonderful product and service, but we're actually offering them a solution in which they can help pay for said product or service and therefore allow them to continue to do business with you. A lot of people, if they were able to cash flow something out, that's what I call it, cash flow it out and make it in payments, they would be able to go ahead and make a move. It would make them more comfortable. They could keep more money in their bank for the rainy days or whatever the case may be. So that's what this video is going to be all about today, guys. So if you are here with us live right now, please drop in the comments that you're live. If you catch this on the replay, drop in the comments that you caught this on the replay. And if you are a small business owner right now that's saying, I need a way for my customers to afford me, put a money emoji, the money emoji in the comments. And then we're going to go ahead and kick this thing off. So Michael, tell us who Enhancify can help, because I know you guys work with contractors like me, but I also learned something new about you the other day when we were chatting. You also service other types of businesses, correct?
Yeah, that's right. So guys, if you're watching this, first and foremost, this is my first Facebook Live. So thank you for, helping usher me into the digital age here. But really, I want to make this, with Kimba's permission here, conversational. Like I don't have a pitch or anything. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to, type in the chat box and let me know. So to answer your question, Kimba, Enhancify was like the story behind Enhancify is the following. It was really started by a group of regular people, regular entrepreneurs, small business owners who kind of got fed up with traditional financing. So financing is kind of this complicated, sometimes maybe even secretive, like esoteric type of world. But just to sort of make it simple, the old school way of doing financing, especially for home improvement, involved something called dealer fees. And Kimba knows what this is. Basically, it means if you finance, let's say $10,000 or whatever amount, you now owe the lender a certain percentage of that job as like a fee, which kind of sounds nice. Let's say it's 6%, just as a number. You might think, well, I get to keep 94% of a job maybe I would have lost. And that's kind of how they get you, right? And there's, I think, a place and a time for that stuff. But as an operator, especially as your business grows, you have to look at the numbers and you'll realize that 6% is actually a much larger chunk of your profit margin. And over time, you're going to see an enormous stream of money just leave your business off of dealer fees. So we sort of came into the game to change that. So ultimately, Enhancify is a technology platform. And what we do is we sort of sit on top of multiple different lending options. We try to collect sort of the best in the world. That's our mission, and make them available for business owners via a simple, super easy, seamless application. So we kick things off, to Kimba's point, with home services contractors, roofers, plumbers, HVAC, that sort of thing. And that's definitely our bread and butter. But especially in the last 9 months, we've seen a lot of different people come to us. And every day it's like today I chatted with my team, all right, who we got today? And we get some crazy responses every day. For example, we have folks who, my favorite one is a professional wrestling coach, right? So we have professional wrestling coaches. We have pet sitters and pet trainers. We have folks who tint car windows. We have folks who do home automation installs. So really, it runs the complete gamut. There are certain sweet spots. So I would say if your product or service is less than $100,000, which I think most people's are, and you're selling to consumers, we can probably help you.
Wow. So is there a, hey, my product only costs this much, where it's not ideal? Is there anybody that this is not, any kind of business that this might not be ideal for?
Yeah, definitely. So I would say, especially in the e-commerce space, probably not a good fit for us. Good story. Last night, my girlfriend may be watching this. Kind of hope she's not, but she told me that she might be. She's been teasing me because I've had the same phone for 5 or 6 years, right? I'm like, it's perfectly fine. It works, right? I don't need a new phone.
It's a dinosaur.
Yeah, exactly. But last night I went on to Apple, apple.com, ordered a new phone. And whether you want to buy AirPods or an iPhone, they're going to offer you financing. So if you're doing e-commerce in particular, we're probably not a good fit for you. Definitely not. There are better companies that I'm happy to recommend that's going to do that. If your service or product is under $1,000, also we're not a good fit for you. So we're probably talking a little bit more high ticket, $1,000 to $10,000. That's pretty much why.
Coaches, what about business coaches, consultants, marketing agencies, people in that space?
Perfectly fine. We have a number of those folks on our platform. We have a lot of marketing agencies in particular, whether the business model is, hey, I have a course or a mastermind or a high ticket program, or it's sort of an ongoing package that you might sell, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months of my services as an agency. So we definitely have those folks on the platform as well.
Wow, that's amazing. And I mean, especially, I think that's one of the spaces that's kind of taken a little bit of a major hit, because people are kind of pulling back maybe from education right now, trying to keep those pennies in their pocket, to where if they could see the value and be able to pay for that education or service, it could actually help grow their business moving forward, to be able to get that level of knowledge in. So I love that. Okay, so and I know the answer to this from me, but Michael, from your perspective, if a business is looking for a financing partner, and there are multiple of them out there, right? Enhancify strives to be the best option for people. What would you say as a business owner that I should look for when I'm looking for a financing partner to partner with my business?
Yeah, good question. And I think not enough folks actually really think about that. A lot of folks, maybe it sort of hits them that, wow, financing would make a lot of sense. And we could talk about, the impact on the business if you want, but then they sort of jump in. You should really consider 2 specific angles, I would say. First angle is, how is this going to impact my business, right? So does this financing option have what my business needs? And the second option, which I would argue is actually even more important, is how is this going to service my customers, right? What is the customer experience going to look like? So from the first aspect, number one, I would definitely make sure to ask about dealer fees, because once again, they're gonna eat your profit up. I mean, the math is the math. And number two, the big thing I would definitely press hard on is to ask, hey, what is your average credit approval, right? So there are some very large brands in the space, some really great companies out there, some even publicly traded. But if you look into their details, you're going to find that 80 to 85% of the folks that they say yes to have a credit score of 720 and up, right? Which is great, but that is not reflective of the regular, American. So you want to have an option that's actually going to serve a broad range of credit scores. So that's very important. And then the final thing I would add there is, look, as entrepreneurs, unless you're already a financing pro, probably have a lot of stuff going on and you don't want to learn all about financing. So I would definitely ask about their service and support as well, and talk to some of their existing customers to see what their experience on that front is like.
I love that. And I wanted to back up just a little bit. I know we've touched a few times on the dealer fee thing. I wanted to just go ahead and leave people with the notion that dealer fees also kind of get confusing. And am I correct or am I incorrect, Michael, that it's illegal to charge the customer the dealer fee?
I honestly don't know, but my standard legal response is, and it's probably accurate, is that it probably depends on the state.
So I think that I heard that. And so of course you have to make sure that it makes sense.
Yeah, that actually is the answer. I know that I just remembered. So some of the business owners that are part of our network, when you listen to their stories, when myself or my team, we ask them, why are you switching over? They will say, I used to do the dealer fee stuff, and first I tried to eat it, and then I couldn't eat it. So then I tried to pass it on to my customers, but then I got outpriced by my competition. So I think at least in some states you can pass it on to your customers, but there's going to be a consequence to that as well.
I think you can't call it that. I think you can bid higher to make it make sense, but I don't think, at least in Texas, I'm not 100% sure you can pass the actual dealer fee off to the homeowner as their responsibility. But for what it's worth on the back end, I have extremely too much going on to try to figure out what my dealer fee is going to look like on the other side of these things. And the programs that I've looked at confused me. And I consider myself to be a pretty intelligent human being. And it just got confusing to how much am I paying for my customer to receive this money? And so I really appreciated the just transparency of Enhancify, because y'all lend directly to the customer, put the money straight into my customer's account, and then they just pay me, and then y'all all do the financing, I do roofs, and so that's one of the things that I really appreciated about it. And the other thing that we mentioned there is the customer experience. If you go over to, and I might, you think I should just do a screen share and show them what my Enhancify page looks like?
Do it. Why not?
Why not? You're right. Why would we not? So I'm just going to, I don't know what's on my computer. I'm going to share it with y'all though. And then I'm just going to go over here. So we'll just make this tab. So I have mine set up right here where we can just click on financing. And this is what comes up. So Michael was so nice enough to provide me this lovely landing page that Enhancify provided this to RKG. And when my reps are in the house, actually from our website, they can go right here. This only takes about 5 minutes for the customer to apply for as well. So it's very quick. And then they're able to receive multiple different financing options that they qualify for, and choose one of those options if they feel that it's a good option for them. So Michael, you had mentioned that y'all partner with multiple different lenders. Is that correct?
Yep, that's right.
So the customer in a matter of about 5 minutes is going to get back multiple different options.
Yeah, it's like this. And I just had an interview with a new customer today, and she said, what I love most about you guys is that before we didn't have a financing option. And I said, you kind of have to go figure that out by yourself. So they would go and call up multiple lenders each time, fill out paperwork, make authorizations. Many times those lenders would ding their credit each time. So that's bad. You don't want to, guys, make sure that the lender that you're going to go with, or the financing solution you're going to go with, at least offers a soft pull option. Otherwise, you're going to damage your customer's credit score, and you don't want to be that guy or gal. So yeah, this basically is a simple application. We test it out with folks who are literally 80 years old. We build this for you, for your business. We design it. You don't have to do anything. Kimba right now is showing a nice little sales tool, which is basically a monthly payment calculator. It's a great way to start the conversation, right? So you can basically say, let's say it's going to be 14K. Mr. or Mrs. Smith, what would you say your credit score ballpark looks like between X and Y? You can do a little slider, and then you can ask them about.
I didn't realize this was here.
Yeah.
My reps use it a little more now, though.
Yeah, you're good. And I'll let you guys in on a little secret. We're about to launch something in 2 weeks here that is, for us, nerds like us in the financing space, is going to be a huge game changer. So we're going to offer terms up to 15 years, which means that the monthly payments that you're going to be able to offer your customers are the lowest in the market, period. Like, no one else is going to be able to compete. So from here, you could just click see your personalized offers or scroll up to the top.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. And just submit the application. Takes a few minutes, and they'll see multiple offers right there in that.
So this is really nice. They have, like I said, just a branded page that you can just plug directly into your website. So I just wanted y'all to get a good feel for how simple that feels to the customer, whether you're going to pull it up on the iPad or on your laptop or whatever when you're actually in the home, and be able to offer them, maybe they hadn't considered financing as an option. And it's a good question to ask. Like, would you be interested in financing this out? If you could make payments, would that make more sense for you right now? And go ahead and help them out that way. So the benefits on the consumer point of view, are definitely going to be the soft credit pull, right? So it's not going to affect the credit. And then how long does it typically take to get funded? Once you select an option, how long is it until the money's in your account and you can, go ahead and start doing what you need to do?
Yeah, I just want to go back to something you said before. Like, yes, sure, this financing is a really good service to offer, right? It's like it's a great way to differentiate your business, for sure. Mm-hmm. I would argue, and I am biased, but I'm kind of in the weeds and in the industry. I believe financing is going mainstream in a really big way, right? Mm-hmm. I think that a year ago, when you were browsing the internet and wanted to buy a fridge or an iPhone or whatever, you did not see, hey, click here for to make monthly payments. And now you're starting to see it everywhere. In a year from now, that's going to be sort of normal. So I think right now it's still kind of a good advantage, but very soon it's going to become an expectation, and you don't want to be behind that 8 ball in terms of what you can offer your business. So you asked how quickly do folks get the funds? So it's typically 2 to 3 business days.
So fast, so really fast. And back to that, what you were saying, Michael, do you think that that's because of our current economy and market conditions, that so many people are in a different financial place today than they were a year ago, that companies, in order to stay in business and continue to move forward, are almost having to offer these financing options because people are not able to afford things in a lump sum the way that they once could?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. I think there's probably 2 parts. Number one is exactly what you just said, the demand, right? So like, guys, it's a crazy year, right? 2020, it'll go down in history. Hopefully, knock on wood, 2020, I think it's going to be way better. I'm very optimistic, but to Kimba's point, a lot of people lost their jobs, a lot of people, facing a lot of uncertainty. And if you can go to a customer and say, you know what, you don't have to dip into your savings, you don't have to, remove all of the liquidity that you and your family have, and instead of paying, let's say $10,000, just pay $100 a month. Like, that's a big deal to a lot of people right now. And I know that because we hear these stories every single day from our customers. So especially this year, I think there's been sort of a split in at least the home services market. Folks who have financing, a lot of them are actually doing better than they were before. And folks who don't have financing, they're facing a serious dry spell. I read a stat, I think today, maybe yesterday, days of blurring together, that 68% of all business that goes to home improvement contractors goes to contractors who offer financing. It's crazy. It's crazy. I believe
it is crazy. And we also like to use it to help people that need to finance their deductible when doing an insurance claim as well. Because like you said, I think even people that have money in the bank, they have a sense of security in keeping that money in the bank right now. And they don't even mind if as long as they get back a semi-reasonable interest rate and something that they feel comfortable, they prefer that cash flowing it out option over having to pull out of their savings or whatever the case may be in order to buy something. And I see the market turning more that direction as well, which is one of the big reasons why I asked you in here. I really pride myself on trying to help this group. We have over 1,300 entrepreneurs in the networking lounge right now and growing. So one, I want to take a minute, thank you guys for that. Continue to invite in your business owner friends, because I really do feel passionate about providing resources. I don't want anybody that's in my group to be behind the curve and I knew something I could have told y'all to help and I held out on it. I don't. And so I knew rolling into 2021 that this was going to be really important and a game changer for a lot of you guys in here who don't have financing in place right now. So I guess, Michael, this might be my last final little question, unless if any of you guys have any questions for Michael, go ahead and be putting those in the comments. I can see the comments right now, so go ahead and put any questions that you have for him in the comments so we make sure that we get those answered. If you have it, other people probably have it as well. And I've been partnered with him for a year, so there might be something that somebody else is wondering that I'm not thinking of right now, of course. But Michael, I know the answer to this one too, but I'm going to let you tell it. If I decide right now, hey, I want to get my business signed up where I can start offering my people financing, what do I need to do? How much is that going to cost me, right? What is my skin in the game in providing this resource to the customers? If it's not a dealer fee, what is it?
Yeah, so with Enhancify in particular, our business model is super simple, super transparent, right? We're a technology platform, so we charge a subscription. It's like Netflix. It's a one-time annual fee. We have 3 plans, 3 tiers, and the plans differ depending on the service and the amount of support that you want. So when we first started, we kind of had one option, right, for everyone. And then very quickly we realized that some people, they just don't want to think about this. They just want to send it sort of our way, and we help close the job and so forth. So we have 3 tiers. Number 1 is self-service, and that for the year, I think you're asking about price. Right now, it's $749. On the other end of the spectrum is sort of our done for you type of thing, where basically you have a dedicated person on our team who's going to be like the financing expert as part of your team. He's like your person, and he's going to walk people through the application. That one's pricey. It's $3,600 for the year, right? And then the most popular sort of option is our professional tier, which is an in-between. You get an on-demand pro who you can text, call. He's going to sort he or she, you're going to sort all of your applications and make sure your customers are happy. Call your customers and make sure everything's good. That for the year is $1,500.
So, and is this due whenever they sign up, or is this something, so you sign up, you pay for the year, you're done?
You sign up, you pay for the year, you're done, no other fees. And on top of that, and I always forget to mention this, but we're also the only financing partner in the game that pays commission as well. So every single time, every time you guys close a deal, you're going to get a check in the mail, a small percentage of the loan. And really the way that works is the lenders send us a referral fee and we pass it on to you because they're your customers, you did the work, and that's how it works.
I deposited a check from Enhancify that I got in the mail today. So, so no, and it's pretty cool that you guys do that too. It helps make up that fee that you paid to be a part of it all. It all just comes out in the wash if you finance enough projects, And I think especially moving into this next year, we're going to be financing a lot of projects. I just think I'm with you that I think that that's the way that it's going. And, you know, I'm super excited that I jumped on board when I did, because I already had all this set up and plugged in and it's not new for me. But for any of you guys out there that this is new for, I would love to get you guys connected with Michael, have a conversation, see if this makes sense for your business, how this can benefit you, get you a cute little custom landing page that you can plug into your website, easily be able to have your customers go there, apply, soft pull on their credit, answers within a few minutes, pick the loan and term that makes the best sense for them, funds wired to the account in 2 to 3 business days, and then you're ready to close the deal and rock and roll. And so if that is you, I'm going to be dropping a link in the comments. I have a referral link. And how does my referral link work, Michael? They just go to my referral link and fill it out, and then you'll contact them. Is that what happens?
Yeah, so that's basically how it will work. We'll tag folks, you know, that they're coming from your community, and we'll also give everyone who goes through that link 10% off as well, because they're part of your community and they're your friends. So as a little thank you there. And I just want to add, if I might, sort of on a close here. So from where we sit, we get to kind of see a lot of how different businesses run, right? So it's the end of the year, and we're looking at the data, which is really interesting. So I want to share some numbers here, and we're going to be releasing a lot more of this stuff soon. But on average, if you're an Enhancify customer, your average sales price, your average deal price goes up about 16% with financing. You will close on average 21% more jobs than if you did not offer financing. And if you advertise the fact that you have financing, let's say on Facebook ads, which Kimba's a pro at, and just organic Facebook in general, your cost per lead will drop around 40 to 50%, which is tremendous. We're having a study come out that sort of proves that.
You'll have to send that over to me when you get that study completed, because that's really interesting. Yeah. But I can see it, right? I can see it all happening. And I think that we're going to probably see those stats even maybe continue to grow with, you know, how much more business you're able to close by offering financing to your customers. Do you have anything else, Michael, that you feel like I missed that's just, we need to let these guys know?
You know, I think we covered a lot, and I don't want to pitch you guys. If you have any questions at all, you know, my direct email is michael@enhancify.com. And if you call our company line, which I'll tell you in a second, you're going to get a real human who picks up and talks to you like a real human. So that number is, let's see if I can do this off the top of my head, 813-499-9879. And I guess I'll comment all the stuff below as well.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome. We can definitely just drop it in the comments. And if they call, are they going to talk to you? Can they talk to you?
They'll talk to my team, but if you want to talk to me, my team will transfer it to me for sure.
Cool. Okay, awesome. And just for anybody that missed this, I'm going to drop a link in the comments. That's my referral link. And Michael says if you use the referral link, you get 10% off of your deal for the year. So I feel like that's a win. Thank you so much for your time tonight, Michael. I know you're out there in New York, freezing your butt off, spending time with family. So I appreciate you coming and, you know, offering all this to the Networking Lounge so that we can continue to build solutions to help small business owners go from owning their job to becoming the CEO of their company. That's what it's all about. So thank you guys for tuning in with us for a few minutes this evening. And again, if you caught us live, put live in the comments. If you catch us on the replay, put that in the comments. And if you need a way for your customers to support you, we want to see that for your customers to afford you, leave that money emoji in the comments. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening, fabulous week. Continue to push through the rest of 2020. 2021 is going to be better. Michael said so. I trust him. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you, Michael.
Take care.
Bye-bye.